Join me as I dive deep into the hidden dangers of fiat currency and challenge myself to find the best ways to protect my wealth from inflation. You might have heard of the term fiat currency, but do you really know what it means? Essentially, fiat currency is money that has no intrinsic value, but is instead backed by the government's decree. This means that its value is derived from the trust people have in it rather than any physical commodity. Most of the money in circulation today is fiat currency, and it's used by governments to control the economy. However, this control comes with risks, particularly the risk of inflation. When there's too much money circulating, the value of each individual unit decreases. This decrease in value is what we feel as inflation. Inflation is like a silent wealth eroder. It chips away at the purchasing power of your money, slowly but surely. Imagine having a $1,000 today and being able to buy 100 units of a product with it. Next year, due to inflation, that same $1,000 might only be able to buy 90 units of the same product. That's a 10% decrease in purchasing power right there. The erosion of wealth through inflation is a serious concern for anyone holding fiat currency. It's not just about being able to buy fewer things with your money, it's about the impact on your savings, your investments, and your overall financial stability. If you're not careful, inflation can significantly diminish your wealth over time. So, how does inflation actually work? Well, when a government prints more money, it increases the supply of money in circulation. With more money floating around, businesses raise their prices because they know consumers have more money to spend. This creates a cycle where prices keep rising and the value of money keeps falling. A great example of this cycle is the hyperinflation that occurred in Zimbabwe in the early 2000s. The government printed more and more money, leading to astronomical inflation rates. At its peak, inflation was running at a staggering 89.7 sextillion%. This made the local currency essentially worthless, and people resorted to using foreign currencies for everyday transactions. The impact of inflation on everyday life can be significant. You might have noticed that the prices of goods and services have been going up over the years. That's inflation at work. It affects everyone from the rich to the poor, but it's particularly hard on those living on fixed incomes or those who have their savings in cash. So, what can you do to protect your wealth from inflation? One strategy is to invest in assets that historically perform well during inflationary periods. These include precious metals like gold and silver, real estate, and certain types of stocks. By diversifying your investments, you can help shield your wealth from the erosive effects of inflation. Another strategy is to invest in assets that generate a steady income stream. This could be rental property, dividend-paying stocks, or even certain types of bonds. The idea is to have investments that can keep pace with inflation or even outpace it. You can also consider investing in commodities or currencies that are likely to appreciate in value during inflationary periods. For example, some investors turn to cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. Lastly, it's essential to stay informed and adjust your financial strategy as needed. Keep an eye on economic trends and be prepared to make changes to your investment portfolio if inflation starts to rise. In conclusion, the dangers of fiat currency and inflation are very real. If you're not proactive about protecting your wealth, you could end up losing significant purchasing power over time. But by understanding the risks and taking steps to mitigate them, you can help ensure that your wealth remains stable and secure. If you've had any experiences with inflation that you'd like to share, please let me know in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about investment strategies that can help you protect your wealth, be sure to check out my next video on the topic.